Assalamualaikum students, welcome back to Computer Science Tutorials. I'm your teacher Muhammad Nanjum from F6 Agada Senior Campus. It's our week number 4 and lecture number 2. So let's start with the contents of the lecture. Today in this lecture we will be discussing flowcharts to solve problems. Okay, in the previous lecture I have already explained two flowcharts, flowchart number 1 and 2. And I have given you the assignment from flowchart number 3 to flowchart number 5. So I hope that you have completed the assignment. So now let's begin with the flowchart number 6. In this flowchart, we have to read the marks M and print letter grade according to the following scheme. So scheme is, if marks greater than equals to 80 and less than equals to 100, then print grade A. If the marks greater than equals to 70 and less than 80, then print grade B. And if the marks greater than equals to 60 and less than 70, then print the grade C. And if marks greater than equals to 50 and less than 60, then print grade D. And if marks less than 50, then we will print grade F. So let's start with the flowchart. So first step is start step. So the start step is represented by the rounded rectangle. The next step is input and output step. Okay, so the input step, so in this case we will be inputting marks of the student, input M. Then we compare the marks with the specific criteria. If the marks greater than equals to 80, then what will happen? If it is yes, then what will happen? We will print output A. Okay, and we will ultimately go to the last step, which is stop. And if the marks are not greater than equals to 80, then what will happen? No step will be followed. Okay, I have already told you that there are two steps which are being made from the decision symbol. One is yes and one is no, or you can say one is true and one is false. So in this case we will again compare the marks. If the marks greater than equals to 70, then if this condition is true, then what will happen? Output B, and ultimately go to the last step, stop. And if the marks are not greater than equals to 870, then what will happen? You will move to the other step, which is again compare the marks. If the marks greater than equals to 60, then move to the this stage, yes, then print output C and go to the stop. If this condition is false, then what will happen? Again compare the marks greater than equals to 50, then yes, output D and go to the last stage. And if the marks are not greater than equals to 50, then what will happen? You will ultimately output F and you will move to the last step, which is stop. Okay students, it's very easy flowchart. I hope that you have already understood it, and please practice this flowchart in your notebook and register as well. So now come to flowchart number 7. Flowchart to find interest on given amount and period of loan in years. We have already completed the algorithm for this problem. Now we are going to solve the flowchart for this problem. So first step is start. Start step is represented by the rounded rectangle. Then we will input amount, loan amount, and rate, interest rate, and period of loan. Okay, and then we will apply the formula, which is called processing. For processing we have used rectangle, and for input we have used parallelogram. So processing interest is equal to amount into rate into period. Then output interest, and for output as well we have used parallelogram. So output interest, then in the end stop. So for stop stage we have used rounded rectangle. So now flowchart number 8. flowchart to find exponent of a given number. We are going to find the exponent of a given number. This was a problem that students have asked me about the that how to solve this algorithm. So I will be explaining that as well. So and also the flowchart. So keep focus and listen carefully. So the value p represent n raised to power e. Okay, we have used the value p here in this flowchart, and we have used the value p in the algorithm as well. So let's start. First step is start. Input n and e. N is a number and e is a exponent. Okay, n is a number and e is a exponent. Okay, and p is 1. P is a variable that we have declared here. Its value is its initial value is 1, and k is also a variable and its initial value is also 1. So we will be using the formula p is equals to p static n. We will multiply the value of p with the n. Okay, the first value of p is 1. Value of n, first for the number is 5. Okay, first for number is 5 and its exponent is 3. Okay, first for number is 5 and its exponent is 3. So for the first case, the value of p will be 1 and n will be 5. So 1 multiplied by 5 is equal to 5. So value of p become 5 now, and the k will be incremented by 1. The first value of k was 1 and the second value of k will be 2. Okay, and now we will compare the value of k. If k is less than equals to e, okay, if k is less than equals to e, the value of k is 2 and value of e is 3. Okay, value of e is 3. So 2 is less than equals to 3. Yes. Okay, yes, then we will move to the previous stage, which is p static n. So what was the value of p? The value of p was 5, and what was the value of n? N, the value of n is 5. So 5 multiplied by 5, 25. So now value of p become 25. So after that the k will be incremented. What was previous value of k? It was 2. Now the k become 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 less than equals to e. What was value of e? E was 3. So 3 less than equals to e. 3 is equals to e. So it is yes. We will move to the previous page, which is p static n. So what was the previous value of p? P was 25. Okay, p was 25. Now the value of n is 5. 25 multiplied by 5 will become 125. So what is the value of p now? 125. So k will be incremented again. So previous value of k is 3. Now new value of k will become 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 less than equals to e. No, it is false. Then we will follow the this path, which is no. Okay, and we will output p. Okay, now what will be printed? 125. So we will move to the last step, which is stop. So let's discuss with the example. So let n is equal to 5 and e is equal to 3. Okay, n is 5 and e is equal to 3, and it is written mathematically like this: n raised to power e. Okay, n raised to power e. You can also write like this: n power e, n power e, and for this case, n is 5 and e is 3. Okay, p. So first value of p will be p static n. P is equals to 1. 1 static 5 is equals to 5. Okay, for the next case, k will be incremented by 1. So next value of k is 2, and k less than equals to e. Yes, then we will follow the same path as well. So now p multiplied by n, which is 5 multiplied by 5, which will become 25. So again k will be incremented. Now value of k will become 3. 3 less than equals to e. Yes. Now we will multiply p static n. 25 multiplied by n. N means 5. So value of p becomes 125. So again k will be incremented by 1. The value of k becomes 4. 4 less than equals to e. No, 4 less than equals to 3 is not possible. So we will move to the other stage, which is output p. So 125 will be your output, and we will ultimately move to the last step, which is stop. So this was all about this flowchart, and same goes for the algorithm as well. Okay. So now flowchart number 9. Flowchart to print odd numbers from 1 to 100. We have already discussed the algorithm for this problem as well. So now we will discuss the flowchart. First step, start, and for this case there is no input, so I have not used input symbol here. I have just used k. The value of k is 1, initial value. It means the initial odd number, first odd number is 1. So here is no input. Okay, it is processing. K is equals to 1, and we will output k. We will output k because we have to print the odd numbers from 1 to 100. We have to print all the odd numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, it means 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and so on up to 99. Last odd number is 99. Then we have to output all these numbers on the screen. So first value is k is equals to 1, and I have generated the output k. So 1 will be printed. Now what will happen? The value of k will be implemented by 2. So the value of k becomes 3, and 3 will be output, and the next step the value of k becomes 5, and 5 will be output, and we will compare the value of k. Okay, so here I have incorrectly written here m, so I will correct it here k. So k, uh, so k less than 100, yes. 3 is less than 100, so we will output 3. Okay, the output 3, and again the value of k will be increased by 2. The next value will become 5, and 5 less than 100, yes, we will output 5, and next value of k will be 7. 7 less than 100, yes, we will output 7, and so on up till 99. So if k becomes 101, after 99 k becomes 101, 101, then 101 less than 100, no, we will follow this path, and ultimately we will stop the algorithm. So that's all. Now moving to the flowchart number 10. Flowchart to print given sequence of numbers in descending order. Okay, we will print the sequence of number in descending order. We have already discussed the algorithm for this problem as well. So now flowchart. The first step is start. Okay, look here. I have started from the 27. Why? Because the first value is 27, and there is no input here. So I have not used the input symbol. I have just used processing symbol. Okay. Keep in mind there is no input. Okay, we do not know which sequence is to be printed, so we will not take any input. We will start from the processing. K is equals to 27. So after that we will output k. We have to complete the sequence. Okay, we have to print all the values 27, 24, 21. So we will output first value 27 k, output k. Then what will be the next step? Next step will be k will be decremented by 3. Okay, k will be decremented by 3. K is equals to k minus 3. So next value of k becomes 27 minus 3, 24, and 24 minus 3, 21, 21 minus 3, 18, and so on up till minus 6. Okay, if this condition becomes true, okay, this condition becomes true, k greater than equals to minus 6. Okay, k greater than equals to minus 6, then what will happen? We will output k. We will output k, and we will again k will be decremented, and we will again test the condition. If value of k greater than equals to minus 6, then we will again output, and so on. And if this condition becomes false, then what will be the result? We will move to the last step, which is stop. So this was very easy. Now moving to the flowchart number 11. It says that flowchart to print sum of even numbers up to 100. We have to print sum of even numbers up to 100. So first step is start, and second step is sum is equal to 0 and k is equal to 2. Again, there is no input for this problem as well. So I have used processing symbol. Sum is equal to 0. I have initialized the value of sum, which is 0, and value of k, which is 2. Why I have taken the value of k 2? Because the first even number is 2. That's why I have taken the value of k 2. So we will be using the formula sum is equal to sum plus k. Okay, 0 plus k. Okay, sum, the first value of sum is 0. 0 plus k is equals to 0 plus 2 is equals to 2. The first value of sum will become 2. After that, k will be incremented by 2. So now the value of k becomes 4. 2 plus 2, 4. And we will test the value of k. If the k less than equals to 100, k less than equals to 100, yes. 4 is less than equals to 100, then yes. And we will move to this step. We will print what was the value of previous value of sum. 2. 2 plus 4, 6. What is the new value of sum? 6. Okay, new value of sum is 6. And again k will be incremented by 2. Then result will be 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, 6 less than equals to 100, yes. And again k will be incremented into sum. So previous value of sum is 6. 6 plus 6, 12. Now new value of sum is 12. So k will be incremented by 2. New value of k is 8. 6 plus 2, 8. And 8 less than equals to 100, yes. Then 8 will be added in the sum. The previous value of sum is 12. 12 plus 8, 20. And we will follow the same procedure up till 100, up till till the value of k becomes 100. So if this condition becomes false, then we will move to the output stage, output sum, and in the end the stop. So moving to the flowchart number 12, it says flowchart to print multiplication table of a given number. We have to print table of a given number. So start stage, input n. Here I have used the input. Why? Because we should know what for which number the table is to be printed. So input n, k is equals to 1. The first value of k is 1. So we will be using this formula. P is equals to n static k. P means product, n means numbers, and k will be 1. First value of k will be 1. Why I have used 1? Because the table always starts from the 1. First was the table of 5. 5 ones are 5. Okay, so 5, we will write 5 here and 1 is here. So 5 ones are 5. So the result will be 5. Then what will be the next step? 5 multiplied by 2. Okay, 5 2s are 10. So the value of k should be 2 in the next step. So I will increment the value of k. Okay, so for printing the complete table, I have to output n, k, p. N means number, k means the value of k. 5 ones are 5, and the next step 5 2s are. Okay, so now I will increment the value of k. After printing output, the first output will be 5 cross 1 equals to 1, and the next value 5 cross 2 equals to 10. Okay, so I will compare the value of k. If k less than equals to 10, why have we used 10? Because table goes from 1 to 10. Okay, 5 1 से लेके 5 1 से लेके 5 10 तक टेबल जाता है आपका. Okay, if this condition become yes, then I will multiply the value of n with the k, and I will generate the output. And if this condition become false, then I will ultimately move to the last step, which is stop. So flowchart number 13, flowchart to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Start, first step is start, second step is temperature in Fahrenheit will be taken as a input F. Then a processing step, C is equal to 5.9, F minus 32. This is our processing, this is our formula which we will use to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So in the next step, output C, and in the last step we will stop. Okay, you should know which symbol is used for which purpose. Okay, for input and output we have used parallelogram, and for start and stop we have used rounded rectangle, and for processing we have used rectangle, and for decision making we are going to use which symbol? Diamond symbol. Okay, for decision making we will be using diamond symbol. Okay, now the last flow chart of our textbook, which is flowchart to find factorial of a number. We have to find factorial of a number. First step, start, input and input numbers. Then we will print the initialize the value of f and k. F is equals to 1, k is equals to 1. Again, f is equals to f static k. We will multiply the value of f with the k, and we will generate. We will increment the value of k. K is equals to k plus 1. I will explain. Just wait. Okay, and the next step, we will compare the value of k with the n. Okay, compare the value of k with the n. If k becomes less than equals to n, then what will you do? Yes, then you will go to the this step and you will multiply the value of f with the k, and again k will be incremented. And if this condition become false, then what will happen? We will print output f, and in the end stop. Okay, so let's explain this flowchart. So first, suppose the first value of f is equals to 1. Why 1? Because the value of 1, f is equals to 1 and k is equals to 1. So 1 is 1 multiplied by 1, output will be 1. Okay, output will be 1. So next value of k will be k plus 1, 2. Okay, next value of k 2. So 2 less than equals to n. Yes, 2 less than equals to n. So what which number I have taken as n? N is a 5. First suppose n is 5. Okay, n is 5. I have taken n is 5. You can take any value of n. Okay, n is 5. So k less than n. K is 2. 2 less than 5. Yes. Then what will happen? We will multiply f with the k. So previous value of f was 1, and now new value of k is 2. 1 multiplied by 2, it becomes 2. Okay. So now f value of f is 2, and the value of k becomes 2 plus 1, 3. 3. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. So now again 3 less than equals to n. Yes, it is true. Then again k will be multiplied with the previous value of f, which was 3, which was 2. Sorry, 2 multiplied by 3, it becomes 6. Okay, new value of f is 6. Again the k is incremented by 1. The new value of k is 4. 4 less than equals to n. Yes, it is true. 4 less than equals to n. Why? Because value of n is 5. So 4 less than equals to 5. Again we will multiply k with the f. So 6 multiplied by 4, it will equals to 24. Okay, 24. So again the value of k will be incremented by 1. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 less than equals to n. 5. Yes, it is true. 5 equals to 5. So again the value of k will be multiplied with the f. So new value of k is 5. 5 multiplied by 24. 24. Why 24? Because the value of f is 24. 24 multiplied by 5, it will become 120. So now new value of k will be k plus 1. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 less than equals to n. No, it is false. Okay, it is false, and we will move to the this step, which is output f, and ultimately the last step, which is stop. So we have completed the flowchart from the textbook. In the next lecture we will be going through the flowcharts in the exercise. So do practice all the flowcharts at your home on your neat and rough registers for better understanding. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.